interesting because it's a vote of confidence in Israel. And one last thing I want to mention, I'm aware of time. To me personally, what's interesting is now Nvidia, right? So in the past 12 months, literally in the past year, Nvidia went from being the world's 15th or 20th largest company to now being the world's biggest company. So it's amazing what happened to the market cap of Nvidia in the past 11, 12 months. And of course, behind it, you have the AI tech revolution. So Nvidia, an American, Taiwanese, American company, let's say from California or Oregon, is now the world's biggest capitalist industrial player by a big margin.
Okay.
And what's interesting is...
Go on. No, go ahead then. Go ahead.
Is Nvidia announced recently at the beginning of the year, they were expanding their presence in Israel. And last week, they announced again that they were like quadrupling or quintupling the size of their presence in Israel. And they're going to build in the coming quarters in the north of Israel, in Galilee, a multi-trillion-dollar AI, R&D, and production, microchip production facility. That's also an amazing vote of confidence considering the war.
Yes, well, you were saying that obviously Israel is not doing too badly, and certainly not running out of money to keep sending missiles into its neighbors, whether it be Syria, Lebanon, Iran, or of course what's happening in Gaza. But will defense spending eventually have an effect and affect Israel's fiscal balance or the amount of money that you could spend on public sector resources?
So here the answer is probably yes, if the war drags much longer. And here the problem, once again, is not spending, because Israel, having a relatively low national debt, government debt to GDP ratio, Israel can afford a very long war by borrowing more. And they can even afford to have an abnormally high budget deficit, right? They can bite the bullet. The problem here is conscription, because once again, like Switzerland or Singapore, it's a citizens' army. So by removing away from the workforce engineers, technicians, CEOs, CFOs, traders, you name it, in the long run, it's not good for the economy. And in the long run, it could destabilize the Israeli economy by removing too many people away from the private sector workforce. So I think that is the issue I am concerned about. And I think that's why there is pressure now on Netanyahu's government, even from the so-called right-wing capitalist Likud backers, even from the people who like him, there is pressure on him to wrap up and close the war.
So basically, the business sector have their workforce taken away as conscripts for the army,
yes.
And they're going to start putting pressure on the government to get this war over, so they can have their staff back. Is that basically what do you think?
Absolutely right, and that's the price to pay when you are, by design, a citizens' army, which was how Israel was built since inception, since 1948. Just like the Swiss and the Singaporeans. If you have a British or French model where it's a professional army and you go to war, you don't have that kind of problem.